Hello everyone, I'm Kirsty. Welcome to Hearts Humble Homestead. Today we are going to be sowing the first seeds of the season. Hope you enjoy. And coming up are the seeds that we're going to be sowing in January towards our self-sufficiency goals. Just kidding, they're the ones I've sorted. It's less than you think. Here's why. Even though there are hundreds and hundreds of tomatoes and we would love to try them all, we don't have the space, so we need to focus on the most productive for our needs. So this January we're starting with 3. 1 for eating, that creates lots and lots of tiny fruits. 1 for pasta sauces, and the other tigerella, because we have never had a failed crop with them. Every year they have always been great, even if others have failed, so that's why we're starting with them 3. The same with chilies. We mainly use chilies for grinding up and using as chili powder or chili flakes, and paprika, and then some bell peppers. So that's why we are just doing them ones this year, to grow as much as we can in the space that we have. To start, I'm going to be adding some water to my expandable grow bag. I get these from Poundland. They're about, I think they were £2 last year. They might go up this year. I've just checked on the website, they don't have them in stock yet, but they're really handy to keep in. They don't use up much space at all, and they make up to 10 litres of compost, so it's great for indoor sowing. It's great to have with your seed preps. So let's make a start on this. I'll just get some scissors. So it's just solid block at the moment, but that will soon change. Don't worry, the bag will hold it. So you can add up to 5 litres to this. So what I've done, I've just filled up one of our old white vinegar bottles to get the amount right. Well, this is just room temperature water and it's quite cold in here, so it will take a bit longer. If the water's warm, it will absorb much quicker. Could have been a bit of a mess. There we go. Now we just need that to absorb. You can see already how much it's increased in volume. Ready to plant our seeds. As that's expanding, I just want to show you something that I'm not sown yet, but I'm very excited about. If you've watched my videos for more than a few months, you may remember I did a video on making a tiny loaf of bread from some volunteer wheat in our plot. So I did the full from harvesting the wheat right through to making a little tiny loaf of bread. I absolutely love that process, even though it was time consuming. So I got some spring wheat, to try it on a slightly bigger scale. We definitely don't have room to do it on a large scale, but bigger than the volunteer wheat that we had last year. And also I got some organic oats to do the same thing with, because I love learning the process of how things grow, how they're harvested, and how we use them. So I'll keep you updated with them. I'll also link the video to the wheat to loaf video there. First thing I'm starting are beans. I think these are broad beans. I got them off my dad, so I will ask. So I'm going to soak these overnight and plant them in the morning. Pre-soaking isn't necessary, but the ones that float are duds, so it's quite easy to separate them, so you get a better germination. So these need soaking for about 12 hours. Putting quite a few in because I do share with my parents. That's good, no dud ones so far. Oh, one. I'll get rid of that now. I'll be back in the morning. I have a little helper today. This is Lottie. The beans have been soaking overnight, and there's only, looks like one more dud, which is great. So I'm going to drain them off and get planting. Broad beans are quite big, so they need to go quite a few centimetres down, and ideally with the little black bit facing the bottom. But they are quite easy to grow, these, so if you do put them in the wrong way around, they're very likely they'll still germinate and you'll get a good crop from them. I'm also using some reused compost from last year. It just had, I think it had some brassicas in. So that scar at the bottom, that's what you pop down. That's where the roots come from. This one's already sprouting. That's a really good sign. Not happy with that one. That's them done, so I'm just going to cover them with a bit more compost, label them and pop them in our unheated greenhouse. For the chickens and guinea pigs, we sprout wheat. We get the big bags from the farmer for about £7, and the chickens pay for that with the money we get from their eggs. So by sprouting them every few days, we have a continuous supply when grass and things like that are low over the winter period. And by sprouting the wheat rather than just giving them it, we get about 4 times as much weight as we would just giving them the wheat. This is the first year I'm using a heat mat. to start them off. Previously I've just used a grow light, but we are in the northeast of England, and starting them a bit later, I find that they just start doing something in the summer, and then the autumn weather hits, and that's when they're more prone to blight and things like that. So I want to start them as early as possible to give them the best chance and to give us the best chance of a decent crop. Well, the one I'm planting now is Tigerella, a very, very common one, a favourite of lots of people. And I put these in last year and the year before. It's the same pack. I got them reduced to 20p, and it's the best crop I've had any tomato. I still have quite a few seeds left. So I am planting one of these small trays full of each one, because I don't want to be left with none if some of them don't germinate. These are small seeds, so they just need to go just in the top. Not worried if I accidentally plant two, I'll just pull out the other one if they both germinate together. I put a few too many in that one, never mind. They are tiny fiddly things. Label, and I'm going to pop that with its little grow light onto the heat mat, and I'm going to continue with the others. The chilies and peppers I'm sowing this month are yellow capsicum, so yellow pepper just for everyday use. Basket of fire chili pepper. I first noticed this on Claire's Harvesting Home UK, and she got an absolute amazing crop from it. So this is new to us this year, so I'm excited for them. And paprika red peppers, because we go through a lot of paprika and we want to do our own. The other seeds we are sowing this month is some onions. So our favourites are red onions, and they don't store as well as the white onions do. So even though I got plenty in autumn when I put the garlic in, we're doing some from seed now to go a bit further. Putting the first lot of celery in. This is when you can start in January, and the first lot of leeks. Well, that's the sowing done for today. So I've got all the broad beans in, the tomatoes, the chilies, and the first lot of celery. I've just got leeks and onion left to do, but I need to find some pots out for them. A target for this year is to be better at succession sowing. So I'm really good at doing the first lot, and then we tend to run out. We have a glut of them, or we completely run out. As I've noticed in this pantry challenge, things like brassicas were very low on. We have got some more in, but they're not ready yet. Well, what are you planting this month? Please let me know in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye.